Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream, I really appreciate it. It's been a while since we touched Fire Emblem. I mean, we beat it, we did the first 2 waves of DLC and then we stopped. But they just released the 3rd wave today. Well, if you're watching this live, it's today. If you're watching this on YouTube, it would have been in the past. But I thought it would be a good time to try it out, since we're also between streams in Octopath 2. I'm still leveling up characters to get ready for the next chapters in Octopath 2, so let's play some Fire Emblem. And I haven't touched this game since our last stream either, so I haven't been grinding or really doing anything since. So this is version 1.3, and they added Chrom and Robin as an emblem, and Veronica as an emblem. If you don't know who Veronica is, she's a character from Fire Emblem Heroes, the gacha game. She is like the initial antagonist, and then she goes through some character development. I actually don't really know or remember because I only played I still have my Fire Emblem Heroes account and I'd log in to get free rolls, but I didn't really enjoy Fire Emblem Heroes. I was very excited for it when it came out because I love Fire Emblem, and it just wasn't what I was looking for. But like the main character of Fire Emblem Heroes is you, and you take the form of like a tactician named Kirin who looks suspiciously like Hooded Robin from Awakening, but basically the idea is you summon heroes from other worlds, and that's where the gacha mechanic comes in. The other main characters are Alphonse, Sharina, and Anna, and they already have like bond rings in Fire Emblem Engage if you link your account with Fire Emblem Heroes. So I guess the reason why they picked Veronica is because she was the antagonist of the first chapter, or the first section of Fire Emblem Heroes, and she, like you, had the ability to summon heroes. So I think she has like a summoning mechanic in this game, so that'll be kind of interesting to see what they do. I think... apparently she has a big fan base, a lot of people like her. I'm not surprised to see her in this game. She was also playable in the Dragalia Lost crossover between Fire Emblem Heroes and Dragalia Lost. So, apparently people like her, and the fact that they picked her and she has a summoning mechanic, I think that's why. I'm kind of interested in seeing what she does. Chrom and Robin is like a paired emblem, but unlike Erica and Ephraim, I'm pretty sure they both have speaking lines. So we'll see. Oh, free content. The Ancient Well has been added to the Somniel. You can use it to exchange items you don't want for new items. You can now use inherit skills in the arena as well as the Rain Chamber. I don't remember what my setup was with anything here. Oh, hi, I forgot. Apparently I was in the arena when I last finished. And I'm in my Sami outfit. Very cool. I don't remember which supports I wanted to finish up. The proprietor of the armory wishes to speak with you. I forgot dash is the R button, which is weird. No, you're not the armory. No, you're the smith. Yeah, of course it's the last shop I check.
I don't know.
Hey, I lost a weapon down the back garden well. If you spot it, could you grab it for me? Yes, sir. Well's over here, right? I'm going the right direction, right? Aha. What does this do? Représailles. Revanche. Wait, I'm getting a ton of weapons. Oh, just 2. There seems to be nothing here right now. Wait, what is this for? Do they just randomly add things here after battles, or do they add things here after certain events or online patches? That's not my menu button. I gotta relearn the controls for this game. So they gave me a sword. Wait, no, wait. They gave me a lance. Too bad no one in my party uses lances. Battle Lance that exudes an otherworldly air cannot use wrong unit type. Revanche. Battle Axe that exudes an otherworldly air. Okay, well, they're A ranks, so maybe I'll give it to Diamant. Hey, Vibram, welcome to the stream. Is this better than my silver axe? Oh, it's a little worse. But it has a higher crit. Actually, Panette, I bet, would love this. It's slightly lower hit and fizz, but a higher crit. I can't remember who else I use that uses axes. I think those are my main axe users. I mean, Boucheron, but I don't always use Boucheron. Oh, I could give it to you. Sure. You don't have a special weapon. You deserve a special weapon. I literally have no one that uses, like, A-rank lances. That's fine. I can't remember who I had for which emblems. Oh, right, I had Hector on you. I really don't remember. Let's try mixing things up a little bit. Here, you can have Hector for a little bit. Clan, you had Soren, right? What did I give Camilla to someone? I mean, everyone else pretty much has exactly who I want. Oh, you respawn 20, so you should swap. You know what? You can have Camilla. Sure.
Camilla, I'll protect you.
Hey Kieran, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for the stretch. I guess I'll take... Actually, I'm pretty low bond with Sigurd. Actually, no, I should take Roy because usually I give Roy to Diamant.
To victory!
I'll just use him while Diamant has him. Did I can't remember before I finished before the last time we played this game, like a month ago. Did I use the staples before I finished stream? Okay, I already used them. Okay. Who had support? I keep pressing the wrong menu buttons. I'm trying to remember which supports I wanted to get. I think I got almost all the ones that I wanted for me. I don't really care about these characters very much. Diamant. Oh, you're almost on Frem. Yeah, I'm trying to use the Octopath controls right now. It's not working. Alright, Kagetsu and Boucheron had a support. See, you're pretty much done. But you were also talking to Boucheron. Everyone was talking to Boucheron, apparently. Oh, right, you were talking to Zelkov. Last I left off. Okay, I'm done with you. Alright, you had a support with your sister. Everyone's talking to Boucheron. It's probably because I yanked him from the party at the end of the game and replaced him with Panette. He has all these incomplete conversations with people. Maybe I should bring him today. I guess I should bring Fram with me. Let's help Diamant get the rest of his conversations. I'm just going to assume that everyone still has good equipment from the last fight, because I don't remember what I was doing, but I don't want to spend too long doing that. Alright, but this was the Camilla fight. Altar of Destiny. And then the other one I think was the south one here. Hero's Sanctuary. Okay, so that's Veronica. Okay, let's get right into it. The bracelet has been sighted deep within a solemn temple. Duration elsewhere, about 30 turns. Hope I had a great day, thank you! It was a long, tiring day at work, so I'm glad to be back. Although I kind of want to play Octopath.
This temple seems promising. Let's keep our eyes peeled for another emblem bracelet.
I kind of want to play more Octopath, but I need to grind more before I do the next chapters, and I didn't have time to do that. Because of that delay the other day.
Ah! I found it! Look! It's the bracelet of the Shepherd Exalt.
Interesting. There's an unusual presence inside this one. Let's try the invocation. Awaken! Emblem of Bonds!
Yeah, that's a good idea. If I finish here, we could play Octopath. Wait, Robin doesn't get a cool entrance? Lame. Hi, Robin.
Awake at last. I feel like I slept for quite a while.
Look at them staring at each other dreamily.
Guess I can't tease you for those long naps of yours anymore.
This is no place to take a nap, Chrom.
Hello?
Ah, sorry, we're just getting our bearings. Nice to meet you. I'm Chrom.
He's the leader of the Shepherds. I'm Robin, his tactician. If you're the one who awakened us, then you have my thanks.
Yes. I'm the Divine Dragon. So, you're two emblems in the same bracelet?
Right, but it's not that surprising. Robin and I are bound by ties stronger than fate.
Did you see in Fire Emblem Heroes, again, which I don't actively play, but I still log in, they just released a new version of Robin, and his title in the new version is Exalt's Other Half. Like, could you make it any more obvious? Game, come on.
What do you mean?
I swore an oath to Chrom when we lost his older sister, the Exalt Emmeryn.
Whoa, Robin, spoilers there.
Neither of us was half the person she was, but together we became something more.
From then on, we supported each other through thick and thin, no matter the danger. My sister fought for a peaceful world. Together, Robin and I made that a reality.
That's a wonderful story. We're also fighting to make our world a peaceful one. Would the two of you be willing to put your efforts toward another happy ending?
Of course, we'd be honored.
Honored? But I haven't even told you what's happening.
I knew I could trust you the moment I looked into your eyes.
Chrom follows his instincts. He trusted me right away too, even though I'd lost my memory.
Well, I appreciate the confidence.
Before we join you, though, I think we'll have to see for ourselves what you're made of.
Agreed. It takes strength and fortitude to win a fight. We should make sure you have both.
Don't worry, it's not a formal test. Just show us what you've got and trust it'll be enough.
I understand. Let's get started.
Oh right, I forgot. They have like special battle dialogue with other emblems. I should equip Lucina just so I get that dialogue. Okay, I'll take your daughter.
Lucina!
Together!
Okay, so Diamant wants support with Fram. We should take Fram. I think Pandrail's pretty much done with everyone. Is there anyone else that I wanted supports with? Veil, but I don't like using Veil. I guess Bouchon and Kagetsu. Bouchon's not really leveled like everyone else anymore. He was. Ivy was still talking to Zelkov. I'm done with Fogado and everyone I'm interested in there. I guess Clan can follow his sister around. Did I finish conversation with Rosado? Rosado and Marin was actually kind of interesting. But Marin's not very leveled either. I think that's all I really want to prioritize. We'll just have fun and not worry too much about people pocketing each other for healing. Should I take another flyer with me? Okay, so you have Hector, you have Soren. You have Camilla. Okay. I guess that's fine. That's fine. Let's look at our map. Destructible Crystal. So they picked this map from Awakening. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it's a pretty small map too, all things considered. The Camilla's map was really long. Okay, so there's a bunch of flyers, there's axe fighters on this side. Lancers on that side. I'll be fine. Wait, I should double check that everyone has enough staves. That's the only thing I always forget lately. Okay, you have mend. Wait, you don't even have an emblem ring. Who's left over? Here, you can have Tiki, sure.
Lady Tiki!
No need to hesitate. Come at us with everything you've got.
Let's see how you handle our strategy.
That barrier is in our way. We'll have to figure out how to break through it.
Divine One, it looks like those crystals might be generating the barrier.
Hi, Alfred. I don't remember bringing you. I kind of wish that I used Alfred a bit more, because I saw some of his like supports with other characters, and he's like, oh, actually, he's kind of interesting. But too late now. He's still like low level.
Let's try smashing one and see what happens.
Hey, Hayden, welcome to the stream. Oops, that's not what I want. I already forget all the buttons for everything. Which button do I... Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, which button do I do for the enemy ranges? I totally forgot. Okay, bunch of axe users. I don't really have lance users, that's fine. Diamond can take everyone.
Right away.
Are you guys ranged? Rider's Bane, Silver Lance? No, you're fine.
How mysterious. Here goes.
Who's targeting me if I come here? Oh, some Thoron people, that's fine. Actually, I should put Alchrist up there, because he has a longbow.
The barrier is still standing.
It looks like we'll need to destroy all the crystals to get through.
Where are you talking to me from, Alfred? I did not bring you.
Give me strong foes.
The Divine Dragon looked at me!
Oh, quiet, Fram.
I feel great!
Seedle's here just to
Me, right?
get XP.
I will obey.
Got it.
Oh, I forgot that I have this decoy thing from Soren. Yeah, try hitting me with that 0% hit rate, idiot. Hector is so big. He's like, his head goes off the screen because of the angle. Get him, Panette.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Were you raised by wolves?
Yeah, come at me. Oh, hi.
What? The crystals reverted back.
So I gotta kill them all at the same time?
Then we can't waste any time. We better attack them all before everyone's actions are finished.
Okay, fair enough. Hi.
I owe you one.
Oh, Fram's at max level. I didn't reset her with the second ring. Oh well. Oh yeah, you have Rider's Bane. I just want to see Fogato's sword attack animations again.
You're ornery.
Or I guess he won't get a chance. Fine.
How about that?
See, like I wish he did that win animation with the bow too, because it's as cute as it is seeing him stroke the neck of his horse. Seeing him do it every single time is just a little bit too much.
Victory is mine.
Here we go. Allow me.
My goodness, how awful!
Like, I would give Panette my new axe, but the thing is, she's the only one who can wield my S rank axe too. That's why I'm trying to spread out my weapon usages.
Kindly.
I still love how Ivy's dress clipping through her dragon. It looks so silly. Well, that guy's a bit tanky. Oh, I should have attacked him with a mage. Do you have a... No, you don't have a magic sword. You have a magic sword. Although your magic is kind of weak. I mean, it's not bad. I guess I should have thought of that earlier. Wait, you have an armor slayer. I totally forgot.
Here we go. Impressive. Feeling better. Did you see that?
Now the fact that this level looks pretty small, but it still said recommended 30 turns, so like, how many reinforcements are going to come out is my question.
Quickly now.
Money. Oh, okay. Nothing, apparently. Okay, I have bow users. Are these guys... Does anyone here have a longbow? Silver bow, silver bow, silver... Or no, you have a longbow. I might as well equip my longbow. You're a little bit too far.
I owe you one.
Silver lance, spear. Ah, you're fine. Here, you guys stand on these tiles. Oh, that actually hit me. How dare you?
You put up a good fight.
Ah, of course. Ah, of course. Oh, I didn't kill you. Sorry, Fran. I'm so sorry I didn't give you a second ring.
Victory is mine.
Who wants the XP? You're level 12. You're 11. 11, you get it. Dance.
Thank you. I can keep going.
Well, you're gonna keep going, whether you want to or not, Clan.
I serve the Divine Dragon.
You're fine.
Sort of like that, maybe?
You guys are all sword users. Getsu could probably solo all of you. Look at this guy.
No problem. What a pain.
I don't want Kiro to go too far.
Allow me.
Serves you right.
None of you are ranged. Here, I'll take all three of you. Get him, Kogetsu.
Have action.
Unfortunate. Try again.
Their formation's disrupted. Is it time, Robin?
What are you talking about? My formation's fine.
Definitely. Let's move on to the next phase of the plan.
Oh,
The area is flooded. Is their plan to block our progress?
Okay, interesting strategy, you two. I need to heal Fogato.
You're the best.
Okay. Kagetsu, you take this crystal. Kiro, you're self-sufficient. You can go for this one.
Nice.
You can
nice.
return. What kind of enemies are these? Axe. Axe. I'll hang around here just in case. Are these ranged axes? Silver axe. Silver axe. Oh, but you have a spear. Here, you can heal your brother.
Feeling better.
Get those heart points.
You're too kind to me. I am ready to serve.
Okay, come at me. I forgot that you could switch to your lance. They're just amassing an army up there at the north, aren't they?
Remember this.
I'm still alive? Huh. The strength of the stewards.
Okay, what do we have over here? So you're fine there. Okay, you could totally take out that adept.
No escape here.
Nice job, Fugato.
Talk about a good time.
Did you level up though? You're very close. Oh, I'm not actually finishing off this person. They're too tanky for me. That's not gonna help. Oh, that's fine. Kinda wish I had a better roll there, but that's fine. I think Pennett's actually capped on a few stats, so just gonna get less of that stuff.
Unforgivable.
Oh, I meant max between Ivy and Zelica. Well, that's a waste of Bond XP. Oh, I'm too far to dance to Diamant. I kind of want to get him closer to the... crystal. Save myself some time. You can just wait.
I don't play nice.
Nice. I can't believe they didn't go for Fugato.
How awful!
Because he has the bow equipped. Oh, okay. You can target me? Oh, but you can't cross the barrier. Wait, no, I could totally kill all the crystals this turn. But do I want to do that? I should probably set up myself first. Just in case they, like, rain down a ton of reinforcements on me out of nowhere.
Ha! I can still fight.
You guys follow Diamond. He's gonna be your protector, just in case anything bad happens.
Simply wonderful!
Great. Reinforcements. Hey, Mavox, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, that's 1. 2. Should have invested in better crystals, Chrom.
Excellent. We destroyed all the crystals. The barrier's down. Hurry, let's advance on the emblems.
So this dude's got a Thor on. Diamant's not in range. If I equip a longbow, I can fight him back. Here, you have a support with Alchrist. Stand next to him.
Thank you.
And then this is also the mage, isn't it? Oh no, he's got the extra range because he has Meteor. That's right. Okay. Well, he's not going to hit Alchrist anyways. We're just going to charge. It looks pretty cool though, dodging an entire meteor. Some wolves. Some sword masters. Oh no, these are actual wolves. I thought these were like the wolf knights. Phantom wolf. Wolves that move swiftly around the battlefield. They confound their foes as they lash out with cursed fangs. Are they gonna give us one of these units? Because in Soren's Paralogue, they had the Enchanter enemies, which I'm pretty sure are gonna become playable in the next patch. And I actually, someone data mined their abilities, and I thought they were boring. I thought they were like, oh, it's just a chi adept. But apparently they have like a lot of cool interactions with items, like different items that they use do different things. So like consumable items, like vulneraries and elixirs actually do different things for them. Yeah, these things have like crab claw beers. Actually, they kind of look like arachnid, like incisors or whatever. They're like wolf spiders. That's actually kind of creepy. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess so you can hold these guys off. Unfortunately, I don't really have any like frontliner units here except for Diamond. That's a bad idea. Why are you so tanky?
I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're gonna go... Actually, is that a good idea? Actually, no, that's fine. If I dance you, I can kill off one of these guys. Then there's only one enemy, which is totally fine. Hey Lay, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Happy birthday, Lay. Hope you're having a good one.
I'll apologize later.
No, it's always gonna be your birthday. Once you have a birthday, it's just permanent birthday. That's the way it works.
I owe you one.
You having a great day? Oh, good to hear. I'm glad. Very glad.
This will hurt.
Nice job, Diamond. My birthday's too far away, so you're not allowed to wish me a happy birthday. It just doesn't work that way.
That helps.
No, you're not allowed. It's too far away. Crazy. Oh, Pinette's too far. I want to snipe this mage here. No, I'll do it anyways. No, my birthday is not for like another month.
What a pain.
You're not allowed to wish me a happy birthday. Who's the most dangerous enemy here? Oh, I can't even reach that dude. Oh, you actually hit me.
I won't forget you.
How dare you? That's too far.
Nothing left of you.
We could have been friends.
We could have been friends, Slice. Oh, the wolves are going that way. Fight me, you wolves.
take it. One less foe.
Nice bonding. I guess we'll close in on Chrom and Robin. Actually, you can stand next to Diamond and get a little bit of points there.
Don't mess with the steward.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I guess we'll just charge in. Oops, I forgot about Alchrist. This is not a 30-turn map. I know they kind of scale the maps, or the DLC maps, to your level, I believe, but even so, the Camilla's map was really long.
That helps.
The thing is, there's so many interesting maps from Awakening that they picked this one. I mean, it's not awful, but... You know what? You live to see another day. Should pick up these things. They smell Kagetsu. These things aren't that strong, right? Let's see what their attack animations are. Okay.
Victory is mine.
I still don't know why Chrom and Robin have wolves, but sure. We should start by picking off these dudes. Oh, so close. Get a crit. Or not. Oh no. I did it. Okay, sweet.
Thank you.
Everyone's bonding. I could hit you with Thoron. Why not? Yeah, so the goal is to defeat Chrom and Robin, so I guess it doesn't really matter who I kill first. Here, I think you would enjoy a Thoron as well.
Here we go.
Oh, maybe not. Okay, fine. You don't deserve a Thoron today. Fine, you live.
I can fight.
He needs a mend. Oh, you don't have a support. You don't need a mend.
Not enough.
Say goodbye.
I'd rather be friends. One less foe.
What's this goodie? On fragments? Okay, I'll take it. Okay, care to try this again? I guess my Thoron is only 45% hit rate, so... But if I hit you, you're dead. Oh my god, you can like destroy Robin. Well, not destroy, but like do quite a bit of damage to. Wait, he has a Thoron. How come he's not attacking me back? Oh. Oh, did he use some kind of ability? I know he buffed all his friends. Oh, he has Rally skill. I totally forgot these existed. Rally Spectrum. But then why can't you attack? Does Rally Spectrum just make it so he can't attack afterwards? That doesn't make sense. Or is it because of you? Oh, you also can't attack. What's up with that? While making a physical attack, critical hits deal increased damage. Charm. If you initiate combat from terrain, I cannot. Giga 11 Sword. Used to attack with a magic sword, magic attack that uses physical attack power. Swords only. Then why is it a magic sword if it's a physical sword? It's a physical range sword. Interesting. Okay, but I still want to pick off your friends first.
You're too kind to me.
I'll just rearrange everyone. You're not even gonna go for Pinette. Okay, fine. Oh, you missed. How dare you? So, do you have a Thoron? I forgot if I gave you a Thoron. No, you do not have a Thoron.
I'll go first.
Me too! Yeah!
Here we go.
You're ornery.
Are they gonna summon more ads after I kill their friends? Guy's a slippery one.
Allow me.
Yes.
Hit him. Oh my god, you did it.
Rest now.
Next turn, we're gonna prepare to annihilate these guys. Here, you could just dance for fun.
I can still fight.
I mean, he buffed Chrom. I feel like I should get Robin first. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
I'm curious to see what you've got. Show me the leader we're joining forces with.
Happy to, Emblem Robin. Our strategies may not impress a tactician like you, but the bonds among my allies are strong.
Oh wait, no. Since I have Lucina equipped on Kiro, the Kiro dialogue with Robin and Chrom is probably going to take priority, so I probably won't see the Chrom-Lucina dialogue, eh?
I think Chrom was right. You do seem worthy of our trust.
Robin!
Oh.
You came along with Father.
Never mind, you're both going to talk, okay.
That's right. I never left Chrom's side.
How awkward would this be if this Robin married Lucina?
I feel a bit self-conscious fighting my father's other half, but I will do the best I can.
My father's other half.
I understand how you feel, but don't hold anything back. Try harder.
Can't believe you dodged me. How dare you? Yeah, released the same week as the Heroes version other half. It's a bit too far for me to... Actually, Fogato, you can hit him from there, right?
Here we go. You're good.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to destroy you, Robin. It must be done. I mean, if you do hit me... Oh, you have a 9% hit rate. You're not hitting me. Why is your weapon grayed out, though?
Underestimated.
Is it just because it's a special throw on because he's an emblem? I love fighting enemies that don't move. Here, I'll even pick you off a little bit, Chrom.
Here we go.
Now it just feels like I'm bullying him.
Allow me.
Oh, I can't pick this thing up yet.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I had no choice but to win.
Nice try, Chrom. Nice try. Actually, I'm gonna kill him on that turn. I might as well squeeze out a tiny bit of XP.
Bravo.
This map reminded you of how flat Awakening's general map design felt at times. Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, it's been so long since I played Awakening that I don't recall all the maps, but I mean, I always found that, like, I mean, obviously the GBA and the DS maps felt flatter because of the graphics as well. I did feel like there weren't that many interesting maps. But I feel like in general they've kind of been skimping out on... There's not... Even this game, there were some interesting maps, but I feel like they could have done better. Oh well. I mean, it's still fun, but I wish they picked a better map for this DLC at least, instead of just the throne room. Kind of boring.
Thank you kindly.
I mean, I get that this is an iconic level for a lot of the events of Awakening, but it's still boring.
I can tell by your form that you're no stranger to battle. You know what you're doing.
I've learned a lot along the way, but I still have a goal to achieve.
You've got as much determination as Robin does. I can see it in your eyes. Now, let's get started. I'm ready when you are.
Father! I never expected to see you in this world, too.
Lucina! I wasn't expecting to see you either.
I like how the camera just keeps swishing back and forth between the two of them.
We've got a lot of catching up to do, but let's save it until after the battle.
Of course. It has been a long time since we sparred. Let's both try not to break anything.
Oh, you dodged it. Very well. I mean, he still has a fairly decent dodge rate, I guess.
Allow me
To be defeated here.
Okay, but not good enough of dodge rate. I'm surprised that even took 15 turns, but then I think a lot of the turns was just me repositioning and waiting.
Well, I think that settles it. I've got my answer. How about you, Chrom?
Well, thanks for the stretch, Kieran. Good timing.
Yes, indeed. We saw a tremendous display of strength and resolve. You are both bold in your actions and sincere in your beliefs. I'm impressed.
So you'll join us?
Well, thanks for the sleeveless redeem too, Kieran. Oh yeah, I got a match with Chrom. You're right, you're right. Too bad I can't be, like, one sleeve.
Sorry for the trouble, but I wanted to be sure. Yes, we'll help you.
Like, I actually really like Chrom's design, but, like, the more you dissect it and look at it, the more silly it looks. Like, if you remove his shoulder pad and his cape, for example, it starts to look a little funny. Or if you think about what his pants look like by themselves, it looks a little bit funny. Or a lot of practical aspects. But, like, as a whole, it looks really good.
Let's join forces and usher this world toward an era of peace.
Thank you, Emblem Chrom. Emblem Robin.
Yeah, like one sleeve onesie.
With you on our side, I've got more hope for our world than ever.
Hope, yes. That's the key to your peaceful world right there.
And it's up to us to spread that hope so the world doesn't fall to despair. I think it's very important to breathe life into that goal by speaking it aloud.
Well said. If our goal is to bring hope to the world, we can't be half-hearted about it. There have been times in my life when I've been close to despair. In those moments, it was only thanks to Robin and our friends that I didn't give up. Even when I was destined to die, we conquered fate by trusting and inspiring each other.
Yeah, Robin definitely wouldn't be able to pull off Chrom's outfit. It works because he's also has, like, a muscular arm. Like, sometimes I see fan art of Chrom, or, like, even, like, his Fire Emblem Heroes artwork, depending on which unit you're looking at, like, depending on who's drawing him. Like, if they don't define the arm muscle enough, it looks a little bit not as good on him. It's one of those outfits that you kind of need a good physique to go with.
That's right. And so long as you hold on to hope, you'll be capable of the same.
Honestly, I'm surprised there isn't a unit of Robin wearing Chrom's outfit, because they do a lot of outfit swaps in Heroes too, like between characters that are close.
I understand. I'll take those words to heart.
That's the spirit. We look forward to joining you in the battles to come.
Father! Robin! It's been too long.
Lucina, I'm so happy to see you again.
You look well. And you've become an emblem just like us. Incredible.
I mean, I know they explain the lore of, like, emblems and how the emblems are not the actual characters, but they still have their memories, but they still interact like as if they are the actual ones. Wouldn't an emblem, you know, if an emblem sat there and thought really hard about their existence, they would probably come to an existential crisis. Like, who am I? Am I a real person? Am I just memories? How do I know these people? Did I really meet them? Are they just memories? Are they fabricated memories put into my head? Who am I? Who am I really? But they won't do that.
Chrom does almost nothing but worry about you. It's a little tiresome, if I'm honest.
Chrom's face is like,
We weren't going to discuss that in front of her.
Lucina, father, and father.
You really worry that much?
Of course I do. I'm your father. But now that we're together again, I can finally rest easy.
It does feel as if a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Now we can fight side by side again, like we did in Elise.
Nothing would make me happier.
Together, we'll make this world a better place.
Together.
Emblem Chrom and Emblem Robin work in tandem to defeat foes with a mix of sword, magic, and tactics. The Sync skill Surprise Attack prevents enemy counterattacks if the unit is in terrain that grants a bonus to avoid rate. The engaged weapon Levin Sword can strike foes at range with magical attacks. The engaged skill Other Half calls on Robin to raise magic and assist in chain attacks. Oh, so normally it's only Chrom that assists in the chain attacks then. The engaged attack Giga Levin Sword is a magical strike that deals high damage to foes with low resistance. Interesting. We'll have to try it out. Oh right, I forgot there's like the after battle walking around part. Nice, got some ingots.
That's fantastic!
Oh, I forgot, you don't voice act the rest of it. You used an excellent strategy to best us. You and I are going to get along well. Well, I'm sorry to say this, Robin. I didn't really use a strategy. I just bum rushed you.
Nicely done.
I give you all my strength until the day hope shines upon this world. Well, it's too bad you joined me after I already beat the game. Go get this item over here. Nice. Oh, I was supposed to go back to the armory after I got those items.
This here?
Oh right, I totally forgot. You asked me to go to the well because you lost something. I just picked it and then kept it for myself. You found my weapon, thank you. Wait, you found both of these in the well? Neither is the one I dropped, but they're great. Clearly not forged in any of the nations I know. You should hold on to these, Divine One. There's something odd about that well. You can drop your unwanted items into the well. When you do, they'll disappear forever. Come back after at least one battle, however, and you'll find new items have taken their place. The more valuable items you drop, the more likely what you find is an upgrade in value. Oh, okay. Item gotcha, got it. I've just been selling all my items because I need gold. He saw me. You okay? You okay, Sami? He's so cute. He's so round. I guess Robin and Chrom are not standing around for me to talk to. I'm going to equip Chrom and Robin. We'll try this out.
Chrom! I've got this!
And you're done with Celica, actually. Maybe you can have Soren for a little bit. Actually, how's Clan doing with Soren? You're 12 with Soren. Might as well swappity swap, I guess.
Soren!
Come on.
Lady Celica!
Of course!
Is anyone else finished with their ring? Actually, let's fight in the arena. I can't remember what all my dailies are. Oh yeah, there's the stables and stuff, and then there's the arena. Which supports... Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. Which supports do I already have now? You finished. I didn't get any from that fight. Okay, got it. How am I liking the anniversary event in Grand Blue so far? It's okay. I feel like it's not very, like, it's interesting world building, and I like the ideas behind it, and I definitely see why it's an anniversary event, but it's also not the traditional type of event that keeps me glued to my seat and riveting. I mean, it's still good, but I've also been kind of like meh about Grand Blue lately, because I've already done almost everything. I'm just waiting for all the free draws and stuff. The free draws always end for anniversary, like on my birthday, so it's almost like a little birthday gift to get all the free draws and just take all the characters I wanted. That's honestly the most exciting part. The last couple years' anniversary events I've just found have been not as exciting because they're obviously not the long continuing type of storylines, they're more like the world building type, which is also fine in a different way. It's nice to see a lot of characters we don't generally see in all the events lately. But, like, it's nice to see some scenes with characters that are like, oh, I haven't seen this character in an event in a long time. They didn't forget about them, good. Okay, who wants to fight? I kind of want Diamant to fight just in case he happens to fight one of the people that he needs to support with. I'm not sure if it's just me or if the game has a tendency to have people fight in the arena with people that they have supports with on a slightly higher percentage. I don't know if that's just me.
I am Diamant, Crown Prince of Brodia.
I was a mercenary, you know? I'm used to this sort of thing. Damn it! Nice one.
Sorry, Saphir, you didn't stand a chance.
Thank you for sparring with me.
Oh, okay, good.
I am Diamant. Prepare yourself.
Clan, 33rd Steward of the Divine Dragon. Oh no!
Oh, I lost. Thank you for sparring with me.
Yeah, I like the slice of life events in Grand Blue as well. I generally don't like slice of life events in most things, but Grand Blue usually makes them at least humorous. So I like that. Yeah, they're giving us our car materials. That is also nice. I have all the evokers, so I have no need of that, but I know that the evoker full limit breaks are coming out soon, and I'm gonna need more of that stuff. Although I think I'm pretty good on actual Arcara mats, I just need the new ones. Maybe some New World Quartz.
I won't go easy on you, just because we're allies.
This should be a picturesque match. Oh dear. This knight has met her match.
Thank you for sparring with me.
You're confused why they never released more Arcarum evokers since there's more tarot cards they never represented. I can think of a couple reasons. It was one, they wanted there to be 10 to match the evoker, or to match the Eternals, and because each evoker represents 2 Arcarums. Like, for example, Kame is the Fool, and he has the Hanged Man, for example. So, or like, Frau is Strength, and she has the Devil. So each of them actually represents 2 Arcarums because the evoker themselves also represents an Arcarum. That's why some of them seem unrepresented. The only one that they haven't represented is the World, and I can't remember which one's the other one. Wheel of Fortune. There's no Wheel of Fortune or World. Actually, I want to go out this way. Although people suspect that maybe the Wheel of Fortune and the World is going to be a skin for your main character, kind of like how the blue Eternal skin you get for getting all the Eternals. The Lovers is Near. Near is the Lovers and Death. Or the Lovers with Death, if you want to interpret it that way. I keep opening the wrong menu. Okay, so Diamant has support with Saphir. Do I want to get your support with Fram or Vale? It's not really that important, honestly. Or would I rather get some of the supports with you and characters I haven't seen interact? Actually, Diamant with Alfred would be kind of interesting. Now let's get a couple conversations between people that haven't talked at all. Where's Diamant? Diamant. And Alfred's like at the bottom of my list somewhere. Wait, maybe not. How do they organize these? Oh wait, actually I used him semi-frequently until like we started getting the Psalm characters. What do you two talk about? I keep opening the wrong menu. I hear Sami's little feet pitter-pattering as he walks towards me.
I used to think trust was hard to come by. But you have proven yourself to me time and again.
I'm glad to hear you trust me. Thank you.
If you'll go on lending me your power, I promise to do all I can for both our countries.
I will always be there when you need me, Ivy. I swear it in Milla's name.
You understand why the Evokers don't have alts? You're surprised they aren't giving the more popular ones different alts and skins? Well, if you think about this, from the time that they first released the Eternals are some of the earliest characters in the game. It took them so long for them to even get skins or alts. So that by comparison, the Evokers are actually quite new. I mean, they're not new now, but in comparison to the Eternals, they are very new. So I feel like it's probably going to take the same amount of time until they finally start trickling out more alts and outfits for them. Also because when they made the skins for these Evokers, they had to completely do their Ogi animations, because their original Ogi animations were very boring. So I feel like now that they have the base Ogi animations created for their outfits and their full limit breaks, they'll probably be more receptive to giving them skins. That's my theory. Because again, like the Evokers have been, or the Eternals have been around for so long, it just took them so long to give them extra content because they weren't characters that everyone had access to easily. So it's probably like a meta thing.
Alright, that's 10 of you. Who's next?
I keep forgetting that Saphir's a warrior. I keep thinking that she's a general. Like an armored knight for some reason.
Very impressive, Saphir.
Prince Diamond, didn't realize you were watching.
Checking in on our soldiers is part of my job.
Don't worry about me. I'm in prime condition. Built for battle. Ready anytime.
I've seen enough to know that's not talk. I'm sure you can handle just about anything. Like, say, a sudden sparring match. Got time for a quick round?
Sir, I couldn't possibly.
Oh, sure you could. Don't tell me you're not up for it.
I have a long way to go before I'll feel ready to take you on. When I'm truly satisfied, it'd be a privilege to spar with you.
I see. And when do you think that will be?
When I finally get past my hatred.
What do you mean?
The war with Elusia has been too bloody. I haven't been able to wipe away the stain on my memory. I want to put it behind me, but I need to be stronger than I am right now to do it.
I see. Sorry, Saphir. I didn't mean to dredge up painful memories like that.
Not at all. I'm honored by your invitation, and sorry to decline it.
Do I like the Eternals? There's a couple of them I really like, and then the rest of them I'm just kind of neutral about. Because they've only really been featuring them in events more recently, ever since Seeds of Redemption. Like, even before that, they didn't really appear in events very much, because they weren't characters that everyone had access to easily, all 10 of them. But now it's so easy to get all of them that they're throwing them everywhere like candy. I mean, I guess they're cool. I mean, if you're gonna pick a group of characters, they're pretty okay. I like Siox and Catra, or Six and Catra, or Tiox and Fior, depending on which version. I'm so used to calling them by their Japanese names because that's what they say in the dialogue, because there's no English voice acting. Otherwise, I'm kind of neutral about most of them. Although I use Octo a lot because I'm an Earth main and he's just very powerful.
Good morning, Prince Diamant. I see that you're an early riser like myself.
Not quite, Prince Alfred. Night owl into early bird would be more accurate.
You mean you've been up all night?
That's right. I sat down to handle a pressing task before bed. Next thing I knew, I was watching the sunrise.
What was it you were doing?
I was drafting requests for funding to send to Brodia's nobles. Our military needs support. Any loans will be used as political leverage in the future. I'm worried, but out of options.
Huh. I mean, I see. I can sympathize with your plight. Every crown prince has the same troubles, it seems, no matter what realm they rule.
I don't doubt it.
Well then, I must carry on with my morning patrol.
Would you mind if I joined you? It would be foolish of me to try to sleep now. A walk and talk with the prince of a neighboring kingdom sounds much more enjoyable.
That's kind of you. It's sad that we only get the opportunity during hard times, isn't it? But a long walk might be just the thing we need to get to know each other. Let me start with a question for you. What's your favorite muscle?
No, here's my icebreaker question. What's your favorite muscle?
What? That's your opener?
Oh, whoops. I was trying so hard to keep up the act, but I guess I blew it with that question.
Quickly, act cool. What's a cool question that will make Diamant like me? What's your favorite muscle?
No, you're fine. I think I'll take a page from you, actually. I could stand to be a little less formal.
Alfred tomorrow. Can I see your muscles? Can I see your favorite muscle?
No fooling? Oh, that'd be swell, Prince Diamant.
I mean, I guess technically my favorite muscle would have to be... I was gonna say, like, my tongue, because it lets me taste things and I love eating. But then I'm also like, my heart's also a muscle. That's also very important. Heart health is very important. Especially since I've studied the heart for a couple of years, so... probably not the answer people are looking for. Hey, Comfy Dreams, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. What are my thoughts on the Zodiac Generals? I really like Mahira and Vikala, and then the rest of them I find really... I mean, they're okay. I find Anila and Andira very boring, though, because they were the first ones, so I don't feel like they got very good characterization. And the fact that all of them, I mean, at the beginning, they all kind of look the same. Blonde, same color outfits, same type of outfits. They've been trying to diversify a little bit, which I appreciate, but would it really hurt them to make half of them male and half of them female? Come on. When they run out of Zodiacs, they should start making male Zodiacs or something. Come on. Especially since there is a male Zodiac in Vajra's Fate episode, so they definitely exist. Although I know there's a lore reason that there's no male Zodiacs, whatever. I can see why they picked Anila to put in Grand Blue Verses, but I find her boring.
Certainly.
I enjoy the way the Somnio gets livelier as we acquire more allies and amenities. I wonder if I can get Diamant and Alfred's second support just by doing like events here. What if I'll make them go swimming together? What's your favorite muscle? Allow me to see it as we swim. I honestly should raise Alfred. I kind of regret not raising him. I don't have very many cavalry units. Although, it's still silly, like the only person that can use S-rank lances in the entire army is Tamara. Unless you reclass someone. And you don't get any lance fighters or halberdiers by default, which is also very silly. And they give you a whole bunch of axe fighters, which is also kind of odd. Here, you two are gonna be friends. I'm gonna force you to be friends. Oh, there we go. Man, I really wish they had the pool and the orchid and the stables during my actual playthrough of the game.
Hey there, Prince Diamant.
Prince Alfred, are you on your way to another workout session?
Quick, what's your favorite muscle?
Yep. I thought I'd ask if you wanted to tag along. Is this a bad time?
It's a great time. I was just getting ready for some exercise myself.
Nice. So let's head on over.
I love how, because the support conversations like never show them actually doing animations or holding items or anything, they always like move the camera so you can't see like what they're holding or how they're fighting or anything.
That all you got?
Hardly. Let's see how you handle this!
I'm ready to call it a day.
I think I am too. That was really great. It's funny. I never thought I'd end up crossing swords with a rival prince outside of a battlefield.
While smiling at that. It was a good workout.
I know our kingdom signed a non-aggression pact, but I never pictured this as an outcome. It was nice.
Come on, you can do better than it was nice. What about this? It was better than I could have dreamed. That's the way I'd put it.
That sounds about right. If our countries hadn't become allies in this war, we wouldn't have been able to spar together. I suppose that's something to be thankful for.
There you go, that's thinking positive.
It's nice to think that the two of us will come out of this war as friends.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not so sure that's possible. Things won't always be like this.
They won't?
Afraid not. By the time the war's over, we'll be even better buddies!
I like the way you think, Prince Alfred.
That's nice. Who else does Alfred have supports with? I mean, Ivy. Wait, I'm surprised he doesn't have one with Alchrist. I know Saline has one with Alchrist. It's funny, like, the more I think about it, the characters from Fear and Air are so weird. They're almost all fitness buffs. I mean, like, Alfred, Etier, kind of Boucheron, like, he's like an unintentional one, it's like everyone thinks he is. It's like, why are all the characters from Fear and Air fitness buffs? And none of them look like it, except for maybe Boucheron. Then my friend was like, oh, that's easy. They're really good at the bench press, because they all get benched so early in the game. Oh, Fear and Air. It is weird to have like a lot of the early game characters in this game not... I mean, I know that if you raise them, they end up perfectly fine, but like usually in Fire Emblem games, you keep to the characters at the beginning because then they have more levels to go and they usually grow a bit better. But in this game, the pre-promotes are actually really good. Here you go, Usami. Do you like tomatoes? Yeah, give me that fur. It's so funny to see me wearing my Sami outfit petting him. Oh, I didn't mean to pet you twice, but here. You get a second pet. Again, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's go get Veronica. So I don't suppose that she has dialogue with any of my other emblems. Because she's kind of from her own thing. I wonder what her abilities are as an emblem. If she's a summoner, which I know she is. Like, I wonder what kind of mechanics they gave to her. It'd be cool if she could summon, like, phantoms, but I don't think that would be a thing. Duration about 20 turns, even less than the Chrom fight. The bracelet had been sighted on an island floating in the sky. I can get a donkey from this place, or a flamingo. The lonely air.
Incredible! Another island among the clouds.
I can sense another bracelet near here. We're quite close now, I'm certain. Ah, there it is. The bracelet of the lonely air.
I hope the emblem inside is friendly. Well, time to find out.
Yeah, I sure hope she's friendly.
Heed our summons. Emblem of Heroes.
Interesting music choice.
I am Veronica, Imperial Princess of Emblem. Name yourself.
Hello, Emblem Veronica. I'm the Divine Dragon. It's an honor.
An honor. What a strange thing to say.
I'm honored to speak with such a distinguished emblem. There's nothing strange about that. And it just so happens we need all the allies we can get. Would you consider joining us?
Joining you as your ally?
It's an interesting too, because Veronica is an original character from Fire Emblem Heroes, and she starts off as like the antagonist, and then kind of warms up. But even though she has playable units in the game, she doesn't have her base unit. Her original self is not playable yet. She only has like alts or like other world versions of herself that are playable. Hey Armand, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you so much for the stretch.
You have it the wrong way around. It is you who would be joining the Emblean army.
Oh, okay, we're getting recruited apparently. I wonder what music's gonna play on the stage too, because all the other ones, there's like selected one track from their game already.
But very well. I accept. You may join the heroes I have summoned from other worlds.
So she thinks that she thinks that she's recruiting us, but we're recruiting her. Okay. I guess that's the only way you can really explain it, because she's otherwise a little bit cold and antagonistic.
You can do that?
Yes. Where I come from, that power belongs to one called the Summoner. When I became an emblem, I developed the same ability.
Okay, so you know you're an emblem, but yet you still think that you're recruiting us into your army.
Now I am gathering heroes from other worlds, that I might bring the kingdom of Asker to ruin.
Okay, and she's still bent on world domination. Excellent. Good ally.
I've never heard of any kingdom of Asker.
Never mind that. You will make a fine pawn in my schemes.
Okay, you're just gonna you're not even gonna hide your nefariousness.
Now, hold on a second.
There is no time for delay. I must make you my hero before the summoner can do the same.
Well, unfortunately for you, Veronica, Kiro here is already under the control of the other summoner, which is me. In fact, he's named after me. In fact, he is the other summoner. Whoa, look at all this meta commentary.
Prepare yourself for combat. The victor commands the vanquished.
Wait! I don't want to fight!
You don't have a choice. Let's begin.
Okay, Veronica. Yes, Veronica. I'll do what you say, Veronica. Oh, this is actually an interesting map. Oh, I can only bring 8 people. Ugh, I hate it when they limit me too much. Should bring 2 mages, a dancer, 3 or 4 melees, a bow user. I kind of wanted to use Rosado today, but I don't think I'll really get the chance to fit him in. Actually, this stage might be good for a flyer. Oh, I'm split. She's over here, floating on her own island. I must have to like, oh, activation tiles. Okay. Look at Worlds advances one stage to 5 for each consecutive round the unit uses weight. Reverts to base stage if unit triggers the effect. Used to grant another action to an adjacent ally who has already acted. Oh, so she can like dance people when you're engaged. So you can like, because you can already like triple dance people with Byleth, so that, and Seedle, so then you can quadruple. Unit cannot be moved by skills, or cannot be moved by skills, smash weapons, etc. Used to summon a random unit. Maybe it would be good for me to have a flyer. I mean, I have Ivy, but... Actually, no, I think that should be good enough. Hey, Sai, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, who's with who? Okay, Kiro, Diamant, Seedle, Violet. Okay, I need at least one healer on each side. I should probably split, okay, Kagetsu and Diamant. Okay, this is pretty good. Yeah, I don't like maps that make me bring such small groups of people, because obviously I have so many characters, it's nice to actually be able to use them. Mage Cannoneer. Oh, this is a new unit type. Mage Cannoneers can fire artillery shells from a long distance away. Be mindful of their range. The danger radius for Mage Cannoneers has a different appearance than usual. Oh, they didn't point out the other new units we've seen, the Enchanter and the Wolf. Or the Phantom Wolf. They're pointing this one out.
Divine One, I fear it may be impossible for us to reach Emblem Veronica on this terrain.
Use these tiles to reach my position.
We should split into teams and head for the activation tiles.
Interesting.
Once I defeat you, I will make you mine. Poor thing.
Wait, she's actually doing the gacha on me. Oh. I kind of figured she'd be summoning normal enemy units and not, like, an actual, like, named character, but... Can't tell what music's playing. I usually play Fire Emblem Heroes with the music off too, so I wouldn't even recognize it if I could. I mean, obviously it must be related to Veronica. Hey Sai, good to see you. My voice is doing better today. Yesterday was still a little bit hoarse from that long Umineko run, but we're doing better today. Oh, thanks for the Rain of Frogs. How many Kiro coins would it cost to put my VTuber model in Engage's Sage costume? Is that something you want to see? Unfortunately, even with many Kiro coins, I do not have the money and the resources to get another outfit for my VTuber model right now. I do have some other things that I have planned for the future though, although it might be a while, so I can't make any promises. So, they have an axe and a sword person, so it doesn't really matter if I put...
Shall I go?
I guess I'll put Kagetsu first, because he's going to dodge the heck out of everything.
Verily.
Devoted to you.
As you wish.
At least with only 8 units, it doesn't take too long to do my turns.
Here goes.
You're 15. Oh, you're both 15, so it doesn't really matter who I lead with.
I won't lose.
Hero's better at being ranged.
Shall we dance?
Wait, I should look at the Cannoneer.
I owe you one.
Thank you, Bunny. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hey, what is this? He's holding the cannon with one hand. Cannonball infused with magic. Cannot follow up reduced hit for distant targets. Huh.
For the Divine Dragon.
Even mighty ones fall.
This is it! This time, victory was mine.
I have it!
I'm sorry you had to see that.
You know, sometimes how Panette says, like, "Are you a wild animal?" as her win quote. What if she says it against one of those wolf enemies? Actually, I kill you with a short bow. Oh, I totally can. I was just thinking I might have. I'm gonna get Kagetsu to run ahead.
I can't believe I did that.
You're only gonna lure the mage. That's fine. Actually, let's lure both of them.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's a shame that, like, in this game, the music is actually pretty decent. I don't think it's as good as some of the other Fire Emblem games, but it's pretty decent. But the map themes are kind of, like, quite subdued. And then, of course, they, like, increase when you get in battle. But then the battles are usually so fast, so you don't get a good chance to hear the battle version of the theme, like, continuously. Because I've been listening to the OST a little bit on my own time, and it's like, wow, this sounds so much better when it's uninterrupted by constantly swapping in and out. Are there any ranged enemies nearby? You have a tomahawk. Should I attack you with a tomahawk? 72%. 100%. I'll take the 100. There's only one enemy with a tomahawk.
Remember this.
Dream well.
I almost feel bad steamrolling these maps, but I don't. At the same time, I'm also like, I don't want to spend too much time on them.
Feeling better. Victory is mine.
thanks for calling Kirby, Armon. Well, thanks for syncing our lips. The enemies aren't really, like, rushing me. These guys are all ranged, so it'd be advantageous of me to get Kiro to go over there instead.
Victory is mine.
I had to stop you.
Phew.
Allowed me some Thoron.
Thank you. I won't forget you.
Okay, well, who do we have over here? We have an armored dude. Mage. I mean, if I fly here, I'm in danger of getting hit by... What is this? Or just a spear. I could totally take a spear. I guess I could also stand here.
I'll do my best.
Maybe I should just... Oh, maybe I should attack with Kagetsu anyways. I need to heal all Chris just to be safe. Oh, you can't actually kill him. Get him.
Rest now.
It's so weird to see a giant dragon following behind Pinette. I want to see the Cannoneer attack me.
Quickly now. I won't miss. I'm still alive? Huh.
Wait, no, I didn't mean to heal you.
Two coming.
I meant to heal Alchrist.
You're too kind to me.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Oh, I forgot that I have this piercing glare thing from Hector. Blocks entry to 4 spaces diagonally adjacent to unit. Huh.
I can still fight.
Here, I'll let you guys come to me.
Serves you right.
This time, victory was mine. I won't forget you.
You're thinking about that one website that said Panette was the worst character in the game. What? Someone must have really hated her design or something like that. Like, even if you're not a fan of her, there's like, she's just definitively not the worst. Especially since it's like most people I've seen rank her as like S tier purely because her personal skill increases her crit rate, which is like, well, there's no downsides to that. Someone must have been very biased. Someone was like, I don't like this girl with the Joker makeup. I wish they would at least kind of half explain why she had the Joker makeup.
I owe you one.
But then that's also like, when you read something like that, and you're like, oh well, now I could just disregard everything that this article says because obviously it's not worth reading. Back when I was playing this game, like I was looking up like tips and guides as I was going, just to see what other people were doing with it, because it was a new game. In some articles, like I would read like the first 2 sentences and I'd be like, that's completely wrong. And I'd be like, well, guess that means I don't have to read this article. It just reminded me how bad gaming journalism is. Like there's so many like gotcha titles where you click on the article and it's so obvious the person didn't even like play the game past the tutorial. And then half the websites have like ads that try to slip past your ad blocker, and it's just like, where it's like, oh, subscribe to get the rest of this article. I'm like, man, gaming journalism kind of sucks as a whole concept. Mostly just not to blame the writers, it's just because of the way they're being paid too. It's just not right.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah, I definitely think she has the Joker makeup to make her look spookier. She does like spooky things and she has like the dark dress and stuff. I wish they would actually like address it though in universe and just be like, oh, I just think it looks neat or something like that. Honestly, I like her aesthetic because I kind of like the gloomy girl aesthetic, and even though her personality is actually not that gloomy, but
I'm ready.
I appreciate it. I just can't get over how many characters in this game look like they're from the circus. Especially, I mean, Panette does, but I like it. But then Hortensia, I just can't get over that. But then Hortensia is also like a very highly rated character because of her ability to use staves more optimally. But I'm not really a staff person because I'm also a hoarder and I don't like using things that have usages. Okay, so this guy has a spear. Well, the sword dude's not even gonna reach me. Oh, you have a dagger, so I'll put Kagetsu first just because I know he's gonna dodge everything. Yes, get more strength. I still can't believe her strength is still going up. The stat caps in this game are actually kind of high. Well, actually, it's like really high and really low. Like, I think Diamant, he only has like 11 resistance for me, and I'm pretty sure his resistance caps out somewhere between 15 and 20, which is quite low, but doesn't matter because he's amazing, so... I remember back in the GBA days when a stat cap at most was 30 if you were lucky for certain units on certain stats. It's so wild to see these big numbers. But then everything else scaled along with it, so... Can't believe you actually hit me with that. I'm clearing out this side so much faster. Poor Diamond can't even catch up to Kiro to, like, fight people. And Seedall's running out of people to dance because they keep getting further and further away from him.
Thank you.
Okay, what order do we want to kill everyone here?
Nothing left of you.
Try to deal with these magic users.
Have action! Rest in pieces.
I just don't want Alcris to get attacked by too many people at once.
Quickly now! I had no choice but to win.
Oh, that's not what I want. You might hit Panette, but that's okay. Darn it, yeah, she hit her.
Hell yeah!
How dare you?
Dream well.
I can't get over the name of Kiro's sword, Will Glance. And the more you look at it, it looks like Willy Glance. Oh, you actually hit him. Oh.
Enjoy dying. How's that?
Okay, well apparently this other side of the arena is totally fine. I don't want Kiro to get too far ahead of Diamond in terms of levels. Oh, you're a little bit too far. You can stand here so you can get danced with.
Feeling better.
He saved me.
I forgot this guy's here. We have a 0% chance of hitting me. That's fine.
Even mighty ones fall. One less foe.
I really wonder how Veronica's summon tactic works for us. I'll be interested to see. Well, I'm not even sure if I'll get a chance to really try it. Unless I do a skirmish after this.
Hurry!
Were you raised by wolves?
Well, they are riding a wolf. You guys over here, just hang out.
You looking down on me? My goodness, how awful!
Are you summoning again? I thought you had like a cooldown on this thing. Or is this just a map thing where it's like, oh, if you get this far in the map, she summons these guys? Yeah, okay, it's probably just like a trigger. Not that it'll save you.
I'm still alive? Huh.
Quickly now!
Rest now.
Well, did you chain guard your friend? You did.
Fine by me.
Hurry!
You only have like a 58% chance of hitting that anyways. I don't want to put Clan too far into danger.
Ready yourself!
I kind of wish the ranged sword animations were like some of the older games where like you slash your sword and it just creates like a shockwave, like a demon fang, instead of just pointed at the sky and a lightning bolt comes down. It's just not as interesting to me. Can that cannoneer please hit me? I want him to hit me. I want to see what it looks like.
For the Divine Dragon!
Get him!
The strength of the stewards!
Ha! Thank you!
Cedal gains bond support so quickly with his dances. He's the only one who's like maxed out an emblem. He's maxed out like 2 of them. Okay. Interesting, interesting. It's almost a shame that like a lot of these recent Fire Emblem games, when they give you like DLC classes, they release them like so late down the DLC line, you don't really get a chance to try them out unless you make a new game or if you really play around with like the challenges and the skirmishes.
You put up a good fight.
Which I don't usually do.
Dream well.
Thank you kindly.
I want to step on this now? So I might as well.
Nothing happens when it's just the one. What if we were to activate both at once?
Yes, Vander, I get it.
We should try stepping on the activation tile over there as well, Divine One.
Thank you, Vander. Never would have figured that out.
What? The islands are shaking! Well, it seems we have ourselves a path. Now we can bring the fight to Emblem Veronica.
Oh, now I can't go back this way. But that's fine, because I have this way. You have a tomahawk. Sure, I might as well eliminate you. Come over here.
Feeling better.
Tis I.
Well, that's kind of a neat detail. The island shift, and everyone moved with it, except for Ivy, because she's flying. Like, she's still in the exact same square as before. That's kind of neat. But they even accounted for that.
Yeah, kind of you. Had to stop.
How come the enemy berserkers get to have their thighs freely out in the wind, but our berserkers don't?
Enjoy dying. You're useless.
Well, that's fine. So she actually moves. That's interesting. Yeah, also the fact that this guy's armored is also very interesting. I mean, I guess I'll just bottleneck her with Kiro. I mean, what else am I gonna do?
We'll win this battle. Phew.
I am guided by the emblems.
Money? I like money. I'll move Clan out of the way.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess it's not a big deal if he gets close, because he's high magic defense. So Veronica should really not pose a threat to him.
My good friend.
You've come far. Well done.
If we defeat you here, do you promise you'll join us?
You have little to gain from that. I, on the other hand, stand to acquire a new hero for my forces.
Get wrecked, Veronica. Kind of interesting that she has her skill is named after the Book 1, Book 2, Book 3, because that's the story format of Fire Emblem Heroes.
I'm still alive?
To stop these flyers from coming at me. Oh, you can't kill it with Excalibur? Really? Your clan. You get another shot. He just fell into the abyss. His body just went plummeting. Oh, you are gonna... I mean, I'm gonna hit her and she's not gonna have a chance to hit Diamond, but if next turn she does something, that's gonna hurt. What if I engage? Does that actually help me?
Emblem, engage!
Not really. Okay, well, let's just do this anyways. Okay, Rune Sword. Wolf Bale.
Caught you sleeping.
Yeah, Hector Diamant looks pretty cool. Although it's weird to see him not wearing red. It's just weird to see him not wearing red. Can Kiro kill you in one turn? Oh, I'm stuck. I just can't move. Okay. Well, that's lovely. Can I kill you with Chrom?
Lend me your strength.
Oh, that is not the outfit I would have expected. Yeah, it's kind of a mix of Robinson Chrom, sort of. Oh, I could definitely kill you. Okay. In that case, first I want to grab this. No one that needs healing over here. I was gonna squeeze out some XP for Ivy. Oh, I want to try Chrom's special attack, but I want to try with... The problem is that I think Chrom's special attack is close range, so I can't actually activate it here. Darn it! Veronica, you ruined my entire plan! Unless I wait a turn. But then she's probably gonna immobilize me again, right? Darn it, I want to see Chrom's special thing. Unless I turn back time and not hit her. Is that worth it though? I'd really want to see Chrom's special attack. Especially since I won't be streaming this game again for a while.
Emblem, engage!
Oh, hey, Robin.
Thanks for the assist.
Does engagement with Camilla give everyone thigh windows and lavender hair? I don't even. Oh, I don't think I've even engaged with Camilla because I got her at the end of the last stream and I didn't use her after that. I don't think they get thigh windows though. I'm pretty sure I would have seen that. Would be kind of neat though. Please don't immobilize me again. I want to use my special on you. I totally forgot about those enemies coming. No, I'm almost killing her. I want to see my special attack. Can I move?
I'll manage.
I can move. Oh, I can do it. Giga 11 sword. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. I'll just heal up.
Thank you.
Okay, who wants XP? Come and get her.
If I may.
The Divine Dragon! Oh, thank goodness.
kind to me. I can't believe I did that.
Actually, let's engage with Camilla. See what it looks like.
Let's get brawling!
Attacks certain spaces, then sets those spaces on fire. Oh, I'm gonna miss if I do this. I have to stand here. That's weird. Oh, it's because... Is it because of the Dragon Vein thing? It works differently for each unit, I think? Okay, let's see what this looks like.
Time to play!
Interesting. Did I just light Seedle on fire? Is Seedle on fire now? Seedle's on fire now. Thanks, Camilla. Much appreciated. Oh, I can't even reach that enemy now. Because of the fire. Great, now I can't even kill that enemy because of the fire. Thanks, Camilla. You're the best.
I've got this.
Arc Thunder! Let's go, Robin!
That was pretty cool. Could have fried me though, Robin. Be careful with that thing. Also, I'm cutting into my own arm. It's clipping through my arm again. Like, you think with... there's so much clipping in this game, and I usually don't mind, but you would think that they would at least check for, idle battle and stances. Or when characters are just standing normally, like Sombron's horns digging into his chest. That they would at least account for those ones, you know? Not that it takes away from my enjoyment of the game, it's just kind of silly. Well, thank you for the stretch, Kieran. You at home, don't forget to stretch as well. Sit up straight in your seat.
Why? Why do I always lose? This is not fair.
I don't really understand why so many people like Veronica. I can see why some people would like her, I just don't see why she has that much popularity.
You said the victor commands the vanquished. Does that mean you'll join us now? We're fighting for peace in this world.
Well, too bad. She doesn't want peace.
Your cause doesn't concern me.
As the princess of an empire, you must have fought for the sake of your people. We're doing the same thing here. I'm sure you can understand that.
Kiro, you're wasting your breath. You're talking to a brick wall.
A ruler's duty is to the people. Indeed, I have said as much before. But I did all that I could for Emblem. And still, my goals were forever out of reach.
I mean, I know she has a sad backstory too and stuff like that, but I just don't find her an interesting character.
You have many allies, and the power to summon emblems. Is that not enough? You already have all you could possibly need.
We could always use more help. I, for one, would feel a lot better with you on our side.
Would I, though? Would I feel better with her on our side?
I have nothing to offer you.
That's not true. You're a strong and capable leader. You'd be a powerful friend to have.
You really do say strange things. Friendship doesn't interest me, but perhaps it is better than being alone. Fine. You may use my power for a time.
Thank you, Emblem Veronica.
That's not true. We can inherit skills from you.
Let's head back. Your new allies are all going to be happy to meet you.
We'll see about that. It has been a long time since I've been among a crowd. I'm not accustomed to such things. Still, the thought is not an unpleasant one. I will speak with these allies of yours.
Emblem Veronica commands a variety of special abilities, including the ability to summon allies from other worlds. Well, are you going to expand on that or not? The sync skill Reprisal increases attack power by 30% of the unit's missing HP. The engaged weapon prevents counterattacks when initiating combat. The engaged skill Contract allows allies who have already acted to attack or use an item. So it is basically just a dance, except I guess they can't move afterwards. The engaged attack Summon Hero calls on an ally from another world to join in the battle. What does that mean? I love how I stuttered with the word contract. I was about to say contract, and then I was like, no, it's contract. Because it's the same word, but depending on how you use it. I was like, she's gonna contract a disease? Oh no, she contracts an ally. Why is English so dumb? Where's the shiny? Oh, here.
Well done.
Well done. I suppose we're allies now. So be it. I will not try to stab you in the back. Those animals, I forgot. Donkey! Why is there a donkey here? I don't know. But I'm taking it. Hortensia still sticks out like such a sore thumb. Even more after I promoted her. I smell another animal. Is it a flamingo? Do I get a flamingo? Flamingo! Why is there a flamingo here? Don't ask questions.
Certainly.
Is Veronica around? You looked down and then you looked up at the loading screen. You thought you switched to Octopath. Let's see if we can get Diamond and Alfred's last support. I doubt we'll be able to do it with just this, but who knows? Come on, buddies. There we go. Darn it. If I'm lucky, Diamant might train against Alfred.
I am Diamant, Crown Prince of Brodia.
If I win, you'd better buy something.
He's gonna beat up a child.
My loss, but your gain.
Thank you for sparring with me.
Not you, Kiro.
I won't go easy on you just because we're allies.
Introductions are irrelevant. Let us begin. Had this been a battlefield, I would be slain.
Thank you for sparring with me. I am Diamant, Crown Prince of Brodia.
A training session with you should be interesting.
Well, hi, Bougeron.
A more experienced warrior, one out.
Thank you for sparring with me.
Yeah, I want to do some emblem training while we're here. Just to get some conversations going. Let's train with Chrom. What is up with the order of these characters here? You can train against Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude separately? That's interesting. Oh, same with Chrom and Robin. Wait, why do I have a... Huh? I mean, I'm sure it doesn't really matter which one I pick.
No holding back.
I am Chrom, Prince of the Halidom of Elise. I guess more training is in order.
Get wrecked, Chrom.
Somehow I won.
It's strange. Although we haven't fought together long, I feel we understand each other.
I'm glad you feel that too. I hope our bond continues to grow as we work together.
What if I train against Robin? I mean, they share the same bond. I feel like it's probably preset, like, which conversations happen with Chrom and which ones with Robin. Hopefully they aren't all just with Chrom. Like, same with Erica and Ephraim. I'm still so mad that Ephraim does not say, like, a single thing in this entire game.
I'll be your opponent.
I'm Robin. Show me what you have planned. You had a superior strategy.
Somehow I won.
My strategy was whack you in the face with my sword. Very superior strategy.
I'd been hoping to get to speak with you. I feel like our bond was fated somehow.
Fated. I must be very lucky to be tied to a tactician like you. I look forward to talking more.
Oh yeah, so I think for Alir at least, your first conversation is always going to be with Chrom, and your second one's going to be with Robin. I was trying to look up preliminary rankies for like which character pairs well with which DLC emblem, because I actually haven't really had a chance to use them. Apparently Fogado works really well with both Veronica and Chrom. I don't know how true that is. Okay, you're already 13 with Hector, so I don't like spending bond points or bond fragments to get from 10 to 20, because it's just a bigger leap. I'd rather just earn that on my own. Apparently Hector's also really good with Tamara, but I don't use Tamara. Soren is also apparently good with Chi adepts. How are you with Soren? Okay, you're 12 with Soren. Apparently Ivy works well for Soren too, because she's a caster. Let's see what Jean does with Soren.
I'm, Jean.
Should I really be here?
I am Soren. Your tactics worked.
I think I've grown up a little.
Isn't it your job to heal wounds? Shouldn't it be enough to focus solely on tending the injured?
I want to be a doctor who can also help fight and stand shoulder to shoulder with my allies.
I want to become a child soldier.
Hi there. I'm Jean, a doctor in training.
I am Soren. Let's get on with it. Your tactics worked.
I think I've grown up a little. Please say something if you're having a difficult time. Wounds of the mind can be grave indeed.
What would that achieve? Even when things are difficult, we can only move forward.
Yeah, I guess I don't know who I want with Veronica. Like again, apparently Chrom and Veronica work well with Fogato, and apparently they also both work well with dragon units, like Wyvern Riders, for example. But I guess I might as well do it with Kiro, just to see what she says.
No holding back.
I'm Veronica. I'll play with you. Curious.
Somehow I won.
I love how easily the emblems all go down in the arena.
I've never seen a power like yours. The ability to manifest emblems. I want to make it mine.
I'm honored, but I'm afraid that power can't be yours. If you need it, though, I'm happy to help.
Are you, though? Do we really want to help Veronica? I think that's a bad idea.
I'll be your opponent.
I am Veronica, Princess of Emblem. Curious.
Somehow I won.
Even though you are covered in wounds, you continue to fight. Why? Who is compelling you?
His name's Kiro. He speaks to me through my mind and controls me with a controller.
No one is compelling me. I fight because I want to protect the world that I love.
Is what he would want me to say. I don't think there's anyone else I really desperately need emblem training with right now. I mean, all my strongest characters are all already getting along pretty well with their emblems. Maybe Panette could use Hector. I don't know if that's actually going to help. She only really needs Roy and Ike, but... I mean, Ivy might get along with Veronica, who knows? I want to check on their abilities in the ring room. Just to see what they are. Maybe we'll get into one skirmish and try Veronica's summon. Just to see what it is, because I'm very curious. Like, does it give us, like... This game doesn't have, like, controllable, like, ally phases. Like, Path of Radiance did. I doubt they'll let us summon phantoms, like, Sacred Stone style. Oh, hi, Hector.
Can I interject?
The older knight Vander, is he your servant? I recall someone similar in Elowood's service too. In fact, I recall someone similar in nearly every other Fire Emblem game. It's a shame they're not adding more emblems. I mean, obviously, if they just keep adding more and more, that's going to be way too much, but there's still other characters I would have liked to see become emblems. Let's see. Okay, Chrom. Surprise attack. He gives speed and dex. Almost all the DLC characters have similar things. Like, they have a combination stat boost, and then they have like a guard against a certain type of weapon. When making a physical attack, critical hits deal increased damage. Charm triggers a chain attack. Accuracy. That's kind of it. It's not super exciting. Veronica. So reprisal is basically like vengeance. She boosts magic and dexterity. What does the Book of Worlds do? Every time you wait, it goes up, and then it says trigger the effect, but what's the effect? When a unit defeats a foe of a higher level, grants level +1 until the end of battle. Max +3. So you can gain temporary levels. That's interesting. Is that like a reference to how in Fire Emblem Heroes you can get levels in the middle of a fight, but you don't actually retain them unless you clear the map without that person dying? Oops, can you stop going sideways, controller? SP conversion. Grants +20 SP for each defeated foe. Triggers even without a ring or bracelet equipped. And then she has Knife Guard. Then boosted reprisal. Okay. Oh, it's a reference to the +1 merging for additional copies of a unit in the gacha. I got it. That was another mechanic I hated in that game. I'll keep saying it. Fire Emblem Heroes had so much potential, and then it... I mean, I know a lot of people still love it, but I am very disengaged with it. I had such high hopes for it. Why'd I even go out this door? It's just an extra loading screen. I'm gonna equip Veronica.
Veronica!
You're sure?
Let's get into a skirmish. I want to try the summon. I won't finish the skirmish though, because I don't feel like it. They're not that the skirmishes are long, but like they still require you to go through an entire mini map. Also, I noticed this, but you can see. I'm not sure. So you can see the Somnials. Look from here. It's so high up. There's a silver corrupted. I think like all the corrupteds now are like level 20 for me. Yeah, okay. I just want to try the summon command. Oh, that's interesting. We start like in the middle of the map. I know it's been a while since we've been to Firene Castle.
All right.
Lend me your strength!
Summons a random unit. Okay, so you can actually choose a type. Red is a sword, blue is lance, green is axe, colorless is something other. Man, remember when Fire Emblem Heroes was this straightforward and then now there's like oh, now there's like green tomes and blue tomes, and then there's blue beast weapons, and then there's red staves, and then there's like colorless magic. Like, it's just too much. Here, let's summon a red unit.
Come to my aid, Kiro. This is it!
For a second there, I thought you said, come to my aid, Kiro. Interesting. So, I control this character? I do. Wow, look at me, I have playable paladin. Wait, is this how you get the cannoneers? Like, maybe they make it so cannoneer and enchanter are not classes that we'll get, but rather the fabrications can use them? Perhaps?
It was foretold.
It's probably a gauge skill too, so I can't like use it twice in a row.
That helps.
Wait, what if I re-roll it? Is that a thing? What if I cheat?
Emblem, engage!
I mean, it's probably, if I pick red again, it's probably gonna give me the same thing, but what if I pick like a different color?
It is time to honor your contract. Here!
This is so interesting. Huh. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. Okay, I think that's enough for today. We've gone through the 2 new DLC stages. We got Chrom Robin and Veronica. So there's only one more wave of DLC left, which is going to be like an actual story update, and it looks like there'll be new playable characters and new classes, apparently. So I guess we'll see, but we don't know when it's going to be. It's going to be before the end of 2023, but otherwise we don't really know. But I will definitely play it when we do it. But, we'll see. I'm not sure if I still want to do like the creative maps and the Tower Trials in this game. I told myself I would, but I don't know, I kind of lost the willpower after I stopped playing it and then started playing Octopath 2. But we will see, maybe I will. Especially if the new DLC gives us a bunch of new characters and classes. I definitely won't be able to cover that just in one stream, and I'll probably want to like do support conversations and stuff, so I think it would make sense for me to do a couple streams on that when that comes out, which could include Tower Trials and stuff. It might be fun to see what custom maps other people have made as well, but only time will tell. Thank you so much for joining me here, guys. I really appreciate it. I know this is a little bit shorter than usual, and I apologize if I feel like I was like a little bit low energy compared to usual streams. Maybe it's just because I'm really tired after a long week and a lot has been going on, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me regardless. Let's have a look at Twitch and see if anyone else is streaming that I can direct you to. Of course, tomorrow, tomorrow's going to be a break day, and then Friday we're going to continue Octopath 2. Hopefully by then I should be leveled up enough that I could do the chapters without too much delay. Oh, it looks like Kip is streaming with Forte. They're playing... They were playing Keep Talking No One Explodes. I think they're just doing a chatting stream now. Okay, let's drop in on them. Yeah, thank you so much again, guys. I really appreciate it. You take care as well, and I will see you on Friday for Octopath Traveler 2. Bye-bye.